Welcome to my views and news, another video for you. Firstly, Ethiopian PM Abiy inaugurated a school today, Burayo Talent Development School, and there he spoke about Tigray, about peace in Tigray. What did he say? Can we say that government is very hopeful that it is going to be in charge in Tigray in coming days? He talked about peace in Tigray, that soon there will be peace in Tigray. Secondly, Dr. Tedros, a few months ago, Ethiopian government lodged a complaint against Dr. Tedros, WHO DG. Ethiopian government leveled some allegations against him. The complaint was filed with the Executive Board of World Health Organization, WHO. Now, this Executive Board has communicated to Ethiopian government about the action on Ethiopian government's complaint against Dr. Tedros. It seems that action is underway. The complaint was not filed. And lastly, viewers, Shire. Conflicting reports are being shared by the two sides to the conflict about what is happening in Shire city. The city has come under ENDF and EDF control. What are the conflicting accounts of what is happening in Shire, which is being shared by the two sides? Firstly, Ethiopian PM Abiy today inaugurated a school in Burayo Talent Development School, where without interruption in studies, students can develop their skills, their talent. And there he spoke about Tigray as well, conflict in the north. What did he say? He said, peace will come soon in the north, and the people of Tigray will prosper and find tranquility at last. Now, I want to make 2 points about PM Abiy's speech. Firstly, government is very confident, federal government, that it is in charge. It is in the driving seat, and it will soon capture entire Tigray, all major towns and cities of Tigray. And pro-government supporters are talking about exile of TPLF and TDF leaders. They say that TPLF and TDF leadership wants a safe exit from Tigray, and that talks in South Africa are basically about giving safe passage to TPLF and TDF leadership. But that is not what is happening, according to my information. TPLF leaders are not negotiating exile. They are in Tigray. They will fight in Tigray. So firstly, government is confident that it is going to take control of major places in Tigray in coming days. That is why he said soon. He said peace will come soon in the north. Secondly, very important point is that peace will not come in Tigray even if ENDF and EDF captured all major towns of Tigray. Why? Because we have seen that in the first phase of the conflict, that Shire, Shiraro, Aksom, Adwa, Mekelle, Lamata, Koram, all major towns and cities of Tigray were under ENDF and EDF control. So was there peace in Tigray back then? No. Interim government was dysfunctional because its officials were attacked. More than 20 were killed. Tigray fighters could not be completely defeated. So peace can come either through capitulation, that Tigray forces suffered a convincing defeat. Their entire leadership surrenders or is killed or goes into exile. One way. Second way is through negotiations at the table. There is no third way of finding peace in Ethiopia, in Tigray. I think government is hoping it is very hopeful that all towns, cities will come under federal control, and major leaders of TPLF, TDF will be captured or they'll surrender, and that is how peace will prevail in Tigray. At least that is the message what is being shared by the government to the people. But what I can conclude is that there won't be peace in Tigray if there is no settlement at the table. Guerrilla warfare will be adopted by Tigray fighters. They'll keep on fighting. Secondly, viewers, Dr. Tedros, WHO head, is facing some action, legal action, you can say, departmental action, you can say. A few months ago, Ethiopian federal government lodged a formal complaint against Dr. Tedros. The complaint was lodged with WHO's executive board. In that complaint, Ethiopian government accused Dr. Tedros of trying to harm Ethiopia-Eritrea relations. Government said that Dr. Tedros was violating Ethiopian territorial integrity and sovereignty, and he was working as a supporter of TPLF, and he was violating code of conduct of World Health Organization, code of conduct for professionals. So these allegations were leveled. Application was submitted to executive board of WHO. WHO's executive board has informed Ethiopian government that complaint is being seen by IEOAC. Executive board has forwarded this complaint to IEOAC. IEOAC is Independent Expert Oversight Advisory Committee of WHO. Basically, it's part of WHO, but it is now considering the complaint of Ethiopian federal government. So the complaint has not been filed so far. Action is being considered. So there could be action, which could be a form of warning as well. It's not that Dr. Tedros is going to be removed from WHO, but complaint not filed, it means that still the complaint is being considered by WHO. And Dr. Tedros lately has become more vocal, more open in his criticism of Ethiopian and Eritrean governments. In the past, at the start of this year, mostly he was implicit in his support for TPLF. He used to quote statements of other organizations, he used to share articles written international magazines, but he never shared his own views. Now he is openly sharing his own views, and 2 days ago he said that he would not use diplomatic language. So while TDF is under pressure, Dr. Tedros is now pulling no punches. That is why Ethiopian and Eritrean governments are pressing WHO to take action against Dr. Tedros. Dr. Tedros says that it is a matter of concern for WHO as an institution because there is a health emergency in Tigray. Thousands could die, millions are in dire need of food aid, health issues are surfacing, medicine are not available in Tigray. So the issue is linked to WHO's area of work. But obviously, Dr. Tedros has not covered any other conflict in the world with the same dedication, the way he is speaking about Tigray conflicts. Having said that, no one can deny the health crisis. The crisis faced by the health sector in Tigray. Yes, people are dying of hunger, shortage of medicine, shortage of other equipment. So a lot needs to be done. Dr. Tedros will have to maintain neutrality, impartiality as WHDG. Lastly, was Shire. Conflicting reports are coming in from Shire. Both sides are sharing conflicting information from Shire. Ethiopian government and government-backed institutions say that Shire is peaceful and government is stepping up aid distribution. People are being given food aid and federal government is working to make Shire airport operational, and in the next 72 hours Shire airport will be made functional and then flights will land at the airport. So priority is to step up delivery of aid to the people in Shire. On the other hand, pro-Tigray news sources, they are painting another picture. Health professionals of Tigray just a few hours ago released a statement. They claim that sexual and gender-based violence victims of Shire are being detained by invading Eritrean and Ethiopian forces, because these victims broke the news of atrocities of sexual violence committed in Shire in the first phase of the conflict. And they claim, other pro-Tigray government sources claim that looting of Shire's properties is underway. Vehicles carrying belongings of the people are being seen heading from Shire towards Eritrean border. Some say that door-to-door searches are being carried out, youth are being arrested. So both sides are sharing conflicting information from Shire, and we have not seen any report from humanitarian organization so far from Shire since Ethiopian and Eritrean forces took control of the city. So we'll have to wait a little to see the real picture in terms of what is happening in Shire. I think Ethiopian government will have to keep the people of Shire on its side. Otherwise, government knows that last time when government forces were in Tigray and they could not reconcile, you can say, with the people of Tigray, and that led to consequences for attackers, for attacking forces, ENDF and EDF. Let's see. So far, what we have learned is that government is adopting a strategy of reconciliation, of engagement with the people of Tigray to win their hearts and minds. Can this strategy work? Let's see. Thank you for watching.